better weasels for monkey.
Person that's seen him, they couldn't put a timestamp on everything because nobody was really paying attention to what time it was. And I can understand that. And I guess the one other question, and I hate to go back to the pizza person, and I missed part of the conversation. I came in at the end of it earlier. Was the pizza delivered while everyone was looking for Michael? If it was called in at 6:40? Yes. Okay. So the pizza delivery person did not arrive with pizza until after the search party already took place? Correct. Or was already in process? Okay. Yes. Okay, I think that's all that I have. Thank you.
Danielle, go ahead. Okay, Mama, I think that the other thing that would be good to, you gave, was it 300 feet, miles? What was covered land-wise there?
Over to, everything within a 2-mile radius.
Yes. And then how close is that highway from your home?
You go, it's within that 2 miles.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a long, long way. Like, for him to actually get, there was no way he would have been able to get to the highway at that time. Yeah, it takes me 15 minutes to get, well, if I get to the highway, well, walking through the cornfield, I was going to go that way, but if I walk straight down 9th, even when I walk to farm roads, to get out to that highway, it would take him way too long.
Yeah, but in a car.
In a car. Wait, I am wrong. Hold on.
Like, if it was an abduction,
Yes.
Get from your home or down the street to that freeway, how fast?
I think she's talking to get to 30, the busy road, like coming for us. With in a car? Oh yeah, easily.
Any plate readers there?
I'm sorry?
Any plate readers in that area?
I think they pull, no, the camera is going from Idaho into Oregon over the bridge.
Okay.
Over the snake. I think they did pull those ones. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on all of what they pulled, but I know that Dad has brought up cameras, but a lot of those cameras, guess what? They only read your plates when you run a red light.
Okay.
So I don't know the definite answer for that question, honestly. But there's something else I can write down.
Nick, go ahead.
So one other question, does Tyler remember around what time he got in the vehicle and started driving to look for Michael?
Were you on the phone with me? Yeah. When you called me? I thought I looked at it today.
Yeah, I do need to look. You can look at yours because I kept him in my pocket because you were just getting in the van when you called me. And then right, yeah. So he called me, was getting in the van. I was dealing with a customer. I put my phone in the pocket because I was like, check by the bed. Tyler was already frantic, but like check under the bed back by the wall. And I put my phone in the pocket and finished dealing with this customer, picked up my phone, and I heard Tyler, and he was driving, screaming and yelling, and
I'm sorry to make you walk through it again. I'm just in my head. I'm going from 637 to, 3 other encounters with 3 neighbors, and walking back to the house, walking back down the street, 3 houses down, taking the time to knock on doors. I'm just curious what time.
6:50. Absolutely.
It's just a very short window of time. Police were there by 7:10.
That's when they got here because I was here by 7:15. Yeah. Or 7:17. I don't know.
And just
No, when I got here, when I came in, they saw us drive. They saw him drive to the park. They know all of that time frame. They have all of that time frame. They seen when he got to the splash pad, was asking the people that were there if they had seen Monkey. They watched him drive away. They watched me drive in on 8th Street. I need to find out. We still need to figure out because at one point we didn't know how we got our Jeep down to the splash pad because it was, at this point, Michael had been missing an hour and the whole town was here and there were, cops everywhere. I looked today, there was, it's 8:32 p.m. One of the officers stopped me and said, we need a picture of him. And I just sent him the first picture and the one with the blue under his lip that's stained from his birthday, that just, random snapshot. That was a picture that got sent out everywhere and then got put on his missing persons thing at first. Like, his face looks all sideways.
That's okay.
And, I just pulled up the first picture that was on my phone, and I had to text it to him, and then he put it out. The officer, what's his name? The bold one, honey. No, not Sly. And he's Freeland PD, not ISP.
And
Keys, Mr. Keys, yeah.
is he the splash pad? Just because it's come up a bunch. I mean, and I know that's where Tyler said his first instinct to go was. Is that somewhere that Michael would ever like? Is that just a place where you guys figured, well, if he's not on the street, then that's where he had to go?
He never made it that far by himself. He tried about a year and a half ago. He heard his big brother tell his sister he was going to go to the park. I was getting groceries. Kira was babysitting for me. Dad was out running errands, and Monkey had followed Ben. Like, Ben had left, and Monkey was following Ben, and Dad picked Monkey up. He got on to Washington. He turned left, and Dad got him right at that house. Seen him walking by himself.
And if you can paint a picture, I mean, I know how I grew up, and I know it. Things have, in certain places have changed. But is your neighborhood a neighborhood that's filled with kids where it's after school or on the weekends, kids kind of go out and knock on each other's doors and do neighborhood like play dates, or is that abnormal behavior from Michael to have wandered out of the house and be walking down the street knocking on neighbors' doors? And is it something that you feel should have alarmed your neighbors?
Yes, I feel that they should have alarmed him because he's always with one of us. They're never out front by themselves. And when we go to the park, it's typically Tyler, me, and Monkey that go, or we all go as a family. Kira's taken Monkey out to skateboard down the street a couple times, but never that far. Whenever we go, we leave 9th Street, we walk a certain way, and he never by himself.
Do you think that there's like possibly how you don't have to answer, but how old are your older two children?
One just turned 15, one just turned 14. Michael turned 5 on June 24th, and baby sister turned 2 on August 24th.
So you have your hands full.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I mean, is there something like, and I mean, kids are kids, right? I mean, do you think that there's a possibility that something happened that upset Michael, that made Michael leave the house?
No. Maybe his brother being too involved in his computer game and not wanting to play with him, or he wanted to play, Minecraft, and
So simple things.
yeah, just, he's playing, well, the FBI took his computer and went through and, time-stamped and saw what he was doing at the time Michael went missing, and he was playing Roblox. Right. So, likely, Monkey probably wanted to play Roblox with him, and he was too involved in this game, and, Monkey was like, well, fine.
Right.
They're brothers, they're boys,
Yep.
they're...
That can only imagine.
They ignore the crap out of each other on a constant basis, but when they can get along and play with each other, so great.
I think that, and so is the FBI involved?
Continuously,
Okay.
the entire time, as of that night, and has not stopped. And the lead agent, Doug Hart, he is an amazing man. He was just here the other day.
And I don't know if you can, but is there a particular reason on the first night that he went missing that they decided to get the FBI involved? I mean, it actually makes me happy that they're involved because so many of our other cases, nobody seems to get involved at all. But is there a reason why on that first day that FBI was immediately involved?
I believe because there was, every agency within 60 miles in Idaho was here. You're right. I don't think they can hear you all the way over there, baby. But there's an FBI agent, an FBI office in Boise.
Okay.
And honestly, I believe that, they had no signs of foul play. They did they were doing their criminal investigation. They, searched our home. They searched everything. They searched neighbors' homes. The area had been combed by citizens continuously, officers, and there was absolutely no sign of Michael. So, in my opinion, I don't know this for a fact, that they suspected that, hey, something's not right. We need everybody. So that's my opinion. I don't know that for a fact.
I think that's all that I have. I'll let Sarah go. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Sarah, go ahead.
Hi, Brandi.
Hello.
Thanks for doing this space. It's super helpful. I'm trying to put the a neighbor that saw him and spoke to him. Was that the first house that he knocked on to go play? Okay. And sorry to keep asking this because it's like, I know you've gone through it, but I know you mentioned he had like new flip-flops on and he's only had them on for 3 days and learning to walk in them and so forth. But you mentioned that like 6 different neighbors saw him within a 10-minute span, and he was able to walk up and down the street in these new flip-flops. And trust me, I've seen little kids with the new flip-flops on, they can't walk very fast. Do you think that's a lot of span of distance to cover if he was able to knock on 3 different neighbors' houses and be seen by 6 neighbors total?
And so we live, our houses are pretty close together. Like, we have a fence between our yards, and we have one, 2, 3 neighbors directly on our fence, and then kitty corner, there's 2 other neighbors, and in our backyard. We have we're very, it's a small neighborhood. It's a small community. I don't know how to emphasize that, but it was a summer day. People were, outside doing their lawn or sitting out in a chair, or they got their windows open. And Michael walking in flip-flops is not necessarily walking, it's skirt. Like, the one
It's
neighbor,
like what?
like skirting. I'm not sure what the word would be, but kids in flip-flops, they don't actually pick up their feet and walk in flip-flops. They just kind of slide across the ground.
Oh, like dragging.
Yes. So, and he's got long ass legs, and he is fast. He is very fast. So, it's not like he was out for a casual stroll. More than likely, he knew that he was not supposed to be out there, and was scurrying his little butt. I can see it. He has Monkey as a nickname for a reason.
Is that because he's fast?
It's fast. He climbs on everything. He's into everything. He's just a little monkey. He's all over the place all the time.
That's cute. Okay, so I'm just trying to get this right. So at 6:40, Tyler orders the pizza.
Yep.
And then what time does Tyler actually realize he's missing?
Between 6:45 and 6:50.
Between 6:45 and 6:50. He's looking in the backyard. He's looking through the house. He's yelling for him. Tears the house apart. Can't find him. Calls me. Gets in the van. Driving around screaming for him. Goes to the SplashPad. And during this, calls 911.
Oh, I thought he didn't place the call to 911 until 7:10.
After he talked to me. Yes, sorry. My apologies.
Okay. So at 6:45, right, he realizes he's missing, and does he start looking in the house, in the backyard, or out front? Because I'm still thinking the last neighbor saw him at 6:47.
No, the neighbor...
Shit.
Okay. The 6:47 was the timestamp from the white Honda Pilot that was caught on the video.
Okay.
One of the neighbors seen him. The time that we can verify, because the police and the FBI verified with him, because they were going to the grocery store. And they even pulled the grocery store, the Walmart cameras to see exactly when they walked in, when they checked out, everything like that. Tyler started looking for Monkey about 6:45, between 6:45 and 6:50, running around the backyard, looking through the house, asking the kids, where Michael was. Oh, we thought he was playing in the living room.
Okay, that makes sense. And then you called 911 at 7:10. Do you know when the actual pizza was delivered? Because at that point, it's 30 minutes.
I don't think that might.
Oh, Ben took it inside? I thought one of the neighbors did. Oh, okay. Ben took it inside.
Okay. So what time was that at?
Do you think we would know that?
Well, it tells you, they send you an email when they deliver it to you.
Probably sometime after 7:15, 7:20.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They do send an email.
Yeah, they send a timestamp of everything, so I don't know.
Well, that's how we know when he ordered the pizza was
Yeah, they send you a receipt right when you upon delivery. I just think I'm just trying to like put the exact times together, and so when we're talking, it seems like we're like guesstimating time. So I was trying to like figure out the exact times. Do you think you could go back to those 6 neighbors again and see if you could like possibly narrow it down to see when the last person that saw him? Because I have a feeling it's not that 6:37. Maybe it was later. And every minute counts.
Well, yes, it was later.
Okay. What time do you think it was?
Between 6:37 and 6:45.
Okay. And that's when Tyler realized he was missing at the 6:45 and started looking. Okay. Okay. So that was 2 minutes before the Honda Pilot, right?
Correct.
At 6:47. Okay. All right. Thank you. Sorry to ask so many questions. I'm just trying to put all the time. Do you think you could go back to all those neighbors and ask them the exact time, or is that too much?
I would rather just go ahead and ask the police because they've continuously, and they were just there the week I did the press conference. That Monday and Tuesday, they were through everybody's houses again, re-interviewing everybody, taking dogs, taking specialized dogs and cadaver dogs through every single house and neighborhood. And
Did
so
they get any hit?
No.
Oh, that's good. Okay. And then can you look up what time the pizza was delivered when you have time too? That would be helpful.
He's looking at it right. He's trying to find it. You don't have one for that thing at all? Which card did you pay with?
I think they send you a confirmation email.
He called and ordered, not placed it on the internet. I do it on the internet, so I know exactly what you're talking about because I just ordered pizza the other night. He called. He didn't place it on. He didn't text it in. He called.
Oh, okay.
So he paid over the phone with his card, so he wouldn't have gotten an email then.
And I might have totally misunderstood you. Did you work at a pizza place, or did I just totally imagine that?
No, I've worked at a couple pizza places. I love rolling dough. It's a great workout.
Oh, that's awesome. So you actually came home from a pizza place?
No,
you just had it in the past.
Yes, no, I had been working. I left my job at the pizza place because Idaho minimum wage is absolutely crappy, and our amazing friends and boss at the time couldn't pay us. We have 4 children, and we're trying to save money to buy a house. So we have to find a better paying job than $7.25 an hour when it costs $2,000 to rent a house.
Yeah, it's expensive.
So I started working at the grocery store, and I had been working there 8 days straight. They were short-staffed, like everybody was at the time, especially that store. So I was pulling in as many hours as I could. And Tyler had 2 days off, and then I had 2 days off. We were going to be home to spend time as a family because we had both been working so much.
Okay, sorry about that misunderstanding. I'm glad I asked.
No, that's okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Matmy, you had a question?
No, I'll let someone else go. I can't ask right now. I have my dogs all over me.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Does anybody else have any other questions? I don't have any other requests coming in. Actually, I was messaged a question. The man at the park, did they ever give like I always say this word wrong, so forgive me. Ethnicity of him?
No, they have not, which I would have to look back on what they posted on their Facebook page. I do not believe, and I've seen that quite a bit actually, and that is also curious too. They just said a man, as far as I can remember. But no, I don't believe they've disclosed an ethnicity. Yeah, I can't say it, but what you said.
It's not easy.
Ethnicity. There we go.
There you go. Got it. Okay.
So that'll be something interesting for us to ask them. And I know they've been using tactics, and they're not going to reveal everything. And if they're using a tactic, I'm not going to push it.
Right.
I think Crystal and we've talked about tactics. So.
Yes, I definitely agree. Terry, go ahead.
I just have a really quick question. Any chance Monkey knows any phone numbers? If your phone number, Brandi, or
I'm sorry, honey, you were so muffled I couldn't understand you.
I'm sorry, I said, is there any chance that Monkey know anybody's phone number?
No.
Okay.
Maybe 911.
That's good, though. That's good. I mean, better than nothing. If you know 911. Okay. I was just curious.
He knows his full name. He knows his nickname. He knows that he lives in Fruitland, Idaho. He knows when he goes to Oregon, he's in a different state. He used to say he was in a different country, and we had to establish that. We had to figure that out. We had to talk about, what his state was, and it was funny when he's like, I live in the USA. Yeah, well, where else do you live? Well, I live in the USA. Well, yes, you do, but you live in a state in the United States. Well, what does that mean? He's very, very inquisitive, and he was supposed to be starting kindergarten, and I think he'll be all right when he gets home. He's smart cookie, I tell you what.
Maybe he'll get lucky and get hold of the fire.
I hope so. He knows how to work the phone, that's for sure. When he was 3, I had a few conversations with somebody, and
I can agree.
I hope so. He knows how to work a phone, that's for sure. He likes to. When he was 3, I had a few conversations with somebody in, was it South Carolina? For some reason, this set of numbers he loved to dial, and he'd sit there and talk to them on the phone. And I'm like, oh, wow. And it was a lady, and she had 3 kids of her own, and she's like, yeah, you might want to put a lock on your phone. Because, yeah, so I think you guys may have seen a tweet that was a bunch of gibberish letters Aria got my phone. She just turned 2, and she got into Twitter, or she got into Facebook, and then tweeted. I'm not sure. I can't remember how she did it. Yeah, and it was just a bunch of and private message people and texted people, and that was all in 5 minutes. All I had to do, I just had to go potty. That was it.
Well, hopefully I'll get access to that phone and call somebody.
I do too.
Awesome. I'm sorry I cut out on you guys last night. I was exhausted. But I did go back and was able to listen to some on YouTube. I really appreciate that too.
Oh, it's nice talking with you.
Good night.
Good night.
I pray for you guys every night.
Thank you. What are you doing, baby?
Sarah, you got your hand up. Go ahead.
Thank you. Sorry, Brandi. This is my brain doesn't function this late. But I was just thinking about. I was looking at the handwritten timeline that Crystal posted earlier, and putting it together with everything on the spaces. Would it be possible to get access to, or you could send us your phone records so we could verify all the times and create a nice little timeline for you, and include Tyler's phone records and the dad's phone records. That way we can put a complete timeline, and then everyone can know exactly the time on everything. Would that be helpful? And I'd be willing to even call Domino's and ask them about the time that was delivered if you guys can't find that.
I'm pretty sure I just clarified all of that, and I don't know you from Adam, so it is an ongoing investigation. But I can. Yeah, the police and the FBI have cloned our phones twice.
Yeah, I don't really see why it's all that important, to be honest. And I feel like we've gone over it so many times that it's really starting to feel rude. And I feel really bad for Brandi right now because she's gone over this a million times, and I
don't. Why do you need my phone records? I can screenshot the time to you.
I was just thinking it would be helpful to have a timeline. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really sorry if that came off across rude. I'm trying to help. I apologize.
No, I understand, but honestly, we are doing the best with the timeline. We were scared out of our minds, still scared of our minds, and I'm sure that the FBI has put that timeline together. We are giving you a timeline of what we can recall, and I can go back, and I just told you the time that I sent a picture to the police officer. So, yeah.
Sarah, if you lost a child, would you appreciate somebody asking you questions like that the way that you're asking them? Because you're basically saying that she's being dishonest the way you're asking them, and I think it's kind of rude.
No.
I don't know if you can hear yourself, but I requested to speak just to say that on Brandi's behalf, because she's been bullied and she's had a lot of people interrogate her online, and she's doing these cases.
I haven't done any of that. I mean, I've called the police station at least 15 times, and no one will call me back. So I haven't sent her any nasty things. I haven't said nothing. So I apologize that that's happening, but I didn't mean it like that. I really was just trying to put a timeline together like Crystal that she showed and put the times on there.
Right, but she's telling you the times that she remembers. I mean, it's a frantic time, and so it's hard to think of the exact times of everything that's happened. Also, everything that you're asking for, the phone records, and I think we're just all on here to get a general idea of what happened that day and the time frame that it would happen in. So, I mean, you might not be trying to be rude, but I just don't want
Brandi to have to feel the way that
Sarah,
you're feeling right now.
Yeah, I mean, Rose, I've apologized like 3 times, and you can go back and look. I've never said anything disrespectful or rude, and I actually have talked to her a few times on Spaces. And, you know, anything I can do to help find her child, I mean, I thought that's why we're here. And so, I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to ask questions. And so, if the times were different, I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm probably just misunderstanding it, so I apologize. I really didn't mean it, like, rude, to ask the questions about the times. And to me, every second counts, and so that's all I was trying to do, so I apologize.
Well, if you read the
Tanya from
hold on. If you read the timeline that I have pinned on my page on Twitter, that is the timeline that comes directly from Brandi and Tyler from exactly what they know that happened that day that Michael went missing. That is the most accurate timeline that you're going to get because it comes directly from mom and dad, directly from their memory, directly from when they actually could. And that's the same thing that she has said probably 100 different times in here tonight of the times. Everything is on my Twitter page. It's a pinned tweet on my page. I don't know. Their hand up next. I got a whole bunch of people. So, Mama Steffi Stuff, go ahead. Hi, guys. How are you? Wonderful. How are you? Good. I'm making dog food. I have a dog with issues, and so I got to make her food every 3 days. I just want to tell you that I've been listening intermittently, and of course we have had a couple of conversations previously, and you guys are just continually, Brandi, you and your husband and all your kids, in my thoughts and prayers, and I wish there was so much more I could do than call and email the police and the state police and the Attorney General's office. But that's what I'm doing, and I just want you to know I'm here to support you. If there's anything other than that I can do for you, please let me know. I can't imagine how emotionally, physically exhausted you must be and out of your mind with grief. And you guys are in my thoughts and prayers, and that's just all I wanted to say tonight. And hopefully you had a good day. I worked today, and I have 2 days to do it. So thank you for your time, your efforts, and all the emails and calls, and that really means a lot for everyone that's taking the time to do all of those things, because really my brain doesn't function, and I tried very hard to try and make it function to, take care of all the kids and us, Tyler and Dad, and try to go to work. I'm sure you're kind of somewhat emotionally on autopilot and just trying to get stuff done and task-oriented right now, because I just can only imagine how emotionally devastating and exhausting this is. And as a mom, I've been where you are, and I understand, you just have to go on autopilot and get stuff done and be there for your kids. Yep. Thank you so much for everything. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't think I'll ever be able to say thank you enough. You really don't need to. You have so many people. You've said it once or twice. That's enough. You're a grieving, emotionally distressed mom. We're here to support you. So I just wanted to say that, and it was nice to hear you guys tonight and be a part of this. And I'll stop talking. Have a good night. Thank you. You too. Legacy and Nick, I'm sorry. I'm going to let Jamie jump ahead of you. She's been trying to get in here and speak for like 25 minutes, and it's not letting her, so she finally was able to, so I'm going to let her speak while she's connected and able. Oh, well, thank you. Hey, Brandi. You're welcome. Hey, Tyler.
Whoa, did Monkey's army come out there just a minute ago?
I missed it. I didn't get to hear it because Kira just got home. She, she has a new boyfriend, and yeah, so we were talking with boyfriend for a moment, so I had to step away. But I could hear something going on, and I'm trying to focus on them too because,
Nah, everyone just has your back, and you've said enough, and oh man, you've set the timeline plenty, and you don't you keep just having to repeat yourself over and over again, and it's just like, ugh.
If I have to do it a million times, I have to do it a million times. As long as everybody's still talking about Michael and the focus is Michael, that's what's important. And if I have to do it 100 billion times, I'll do it. So I might get irritated and I may get short with it after, okay, all right. And, I understand sometimes people don't get to hear, or they come in late, or I understand that. But when it has been gone over and Tyler and I are, sitting here trying to put pieces together, I'm sorry, there's no way in fucking hell I could give you a minute-by-minute play from the time Tyler hung up the phone with me till even now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I don't think anyone, can tell you everything they've done minute by minute in the day, so let alone during that.
No.
But I'll do my best to put those pieces together. I understand, making a time, getting the timeline out there, but I can't do the minute by minute because honestly, I don't know.
No.
And
No.
we have talked to our neighbors, and they've come and spoken with us. Has the police given us that direct timeline? No, because honestly, we haven't asked for it.
No.
We've gotten certain points when we know for a fact that they have told us that they established what was one of the ones. It was they were watching Wheel of Fortune, and it was a couple letters in. That's when they saw Michael. A few puzzles in, or something like that. Giving a moment by moment time frame, because even those people, who knows what they do, minute by minute.
Yeah.
And I understand it is crucial. Yes, I understand more than anybody in this world right now that it's crucial to know minute by minute, but we're human.
Yeah.
So,
and you can't give answers that you don't have.
Correct.
One of my questions was, and I don't know if it was ever asked, but it made me think about it when it was, someone was asking if Michael knew, his names and his information and stuff. And it was, have you ever, sat and talked to him about stranger danger, or ever gave him, this is what to do scenario if something were to happen, or...
There's been, him and I have had some casual conversations about that. He was 4. He was, when we were having these conversations, he just turned 5 this summer. He was starting school. Those are things, yes, you teach your children these things.
Yeah.
But it's not something I may sound like a horrible mother, but yes, I've taught them all about stranger danger around that age, but not as in depth or prominently as, when they start school.
Mm-hmm. And that's okay. I'll be honest with you, because of Michael, because of Monkey's case, it definitely opened up the door with me and my son a lot more with just talking to him, because he is just like that curious, rambunctious, gonna go do his own kind of thing. And I had to just be like, hey, look, buddy, you really got to listen to me when I'm asking you to stay close or this or that. And it, especially living moving from California to here, when I moved here, I was just like, whoa, everyone lets their kids play outside. Kids are riding their bikes. Like, I was so taken aback because it just took me back to when I grew up as a kid.
Right.
And I was just like, this is so nice. I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah. Well.
But, you know, then stuff happens and it sucks and it opens your eyes. And I think that's why definitely things need to get changed with the Amber alert criteria here, because I think a lot of people kept thinking not in Idaho, not here, and it's happening. And
right,
I'm ready to go to the steps with you. I'm ready to go to the steps with you. I didn't see the thing you did yesterday, but I listened to it last night, and I will go to the steps with you.
I'm going to sit down. I have the rest of the week off, but I've got Christmas. And, yeah, that's coming up here real quick. Real quick. And, so my mind is not, my mind's not right anyways, but to try and sit and focus, I sat down and I started writing out the email that I'm sending out tomorrow. I've written about 3 different versions, and I think I just might sit down tomorrow and just let it pour and see what happens. I might ask a few of you to proofread it, not quite sure yet, but I want to see what kind of response I get and what I get. I've seen all the responses everybody else has gotten.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have a little bit more knowledge and facts behind me. I will be, going to the police station to get facts that I need. So that way I can say, hey, there's this, and this, and what in the actual fuck? Like, and if you're not going to issue an Amber Alert for my son, I need your help. This is my baby. You should be helping me. This is, one of yours.
Mm-hmm.
So, where is the help in that? I know you're busy with being a politician and everything like that, or, you have a job too, but what if this was your son? What if this was your grandson? What if, what if this was your nephew? Like,
I'm ready to fight with you, and I'm just a little bit away from you, and so I got your back, and I'm here for you.
Well, when I get that all figured out, I will definitely make it public. That's for damn sure. So
yeah, I'll put my monkey shirt on and get a sign made and get ready to roar. So, and you just, I'll let someone else speak, but we'll stay in contact like we have, and you let me know when those signs come, and we'll get working on that too, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank
you. All right. Of course, and you and Tyler, I'm always thinking of you guys.
You talk so quiet.
He is so quiet. He reminds me of my husband.
Very quiet. He's always quiet. And I'm
when you were saying that he's a video gamer and he's like nerdy, I'm like, oh, he sounds so much like my husband.
Where are we at?
Sorry.
No. I was talking to... Yeah, I know where I'm at. I'm at home. I'm in Brewin, Idaho. Yeah.
You know what day it is, though.
It is Sunday, correct? Yes, I work today, so it is Sunday. Right?
Our time or all the time?
Just don't even start.
I know. You'll be proud of me. Olive sent me a message earlier, and I knew what day it was in New Zealand. I was shocked.
I'm so proud of you. She was like, whoa. All right, we've been spending way too much time together. That's awesome. I still don't know what day it is. What day is it, babe? In New Zealand?
Monday at 4 p.m.
It's 4 o'clock in New Zealand?
No, it's 6:15 p.m.
Oh, you both got it! Sorry. There's people wanting to ask questions.
Legacy, go ahead.
Hi, Brandi. Hi, Tyler. I'm not going to ask any questions. I just want to say to people that if they have any questions regarding the timeline and have questions about the case, there is plenty information on Fruitland PD Facebook page. They have a lot of information there. There are also plenty of videos of press conferences on YouTube. The facts are out there. So these
Thank you, Legacy. Thank you.
these questions being asked over and over is insane because the information has been out there. And sorry if I'm saying this in a certain way, but they have been answered these questions every single time, and they have been very open to talk about the case. And these facts are in Fruitland PD Facebook page and on YouTube. You can find them. Also, I have this timeline picture that China she made for us. In my profile is pinned. We have there is a map and the tweet you did this morning about the pilot and the hour and everything. So if someone have any questions or it's simple as research and find the information. The information is out there. Parents are not hiding anything. Parents have been an open book since day one. That is this speculation is not right because these parents have been very open with this case. So these spaces are done because they want to. They don't have to. And asking for their phone records is not nice. Sorry if I'm sounding rude or something. I'm not trying to sound rude. I'm just saying the information is out there. I love you guys too. Just do the research.
It's out there. It's there. We're not hiding anything.